You gotta.
Hey, everybody.
Jay Jones
hey.
has too much rhythm for me.
Hey. Welcome to Shit People Are Talking About. Love the title. Got to. We talk shit, though.
We talk shit.
Really?
Do we talk shit or we just talk shit that people are talking about?
We talk both. Shit
Okay.
between us and then shit people are talking about.
Oh, you was talking shit about me before I got here.
Hell yeah.
I know. This is your boy Jay Jones.
And I'm Tonya D.
So how was your week, girl?
Busy. Very, very, very busy.
Okay.
And I was tired. And I'm not done. I've got House Music Festival tomorrow and Sunday and a birthday party, and I'll be out there all day trying to dance house music style. It'll be in Elizabeth, Wanaco Park from 11 to 10 p.m. You coming?
My invite must have got lost in this Instagram.
I'm inviting you right now. What's the problem?
Then I'm in.
Okay, we can plug the show.
We could do that too.
Shit people are talking about.
Love that
Watch
title.
it.
All right. So this is your boy Jay Jones.
Yeah, what happened to you this week?
Oh man, it started on Monday with SCOTUS. But the best part of my week, I went to the Brooklyn Museum. Who's been to the Brooklyn Museum?
I have never been.
Amazing. And
Is
I
it
caught
really?
David Bowie's exhibit.
Really?
Awesome. I had to work through it. They turn your phone on, put it on air mode. And I'm like, I can't.
Always on. Always
Life is
on.
gonna kill me.
Always on.
So I love the crew we got today.
I know.
We got some hard-hitting crew.
I love it.
Rob Taub brought his headphones back. That means the mic is hot.
It is a little bit loud.
It's a little bit loud. Oh, I don't know if we
A
can
deaf
turn that
man
down.
can hear this, okay?
I like it
You're
loud.
killing me.
But you have to hear talking shit. It has to be loud.
It's
Come on,
gotta
man.
be
It's
loud.
gotta be loud when you're
Exactly.
talking shit.
All right, so since you talking shit,
Let's introduce you.
I always talk shit. I'm
have Vincent?
Yeah, Vincent Hill, law enforcement expert. You can catch me on Law and Crime Network's Thursdays and Fridays hosting there. Also, I have a podcast, Beyond the Badge, that airs
Beyond
Tuesday
the
night
Badge.
on radioinfluence.com. I'm everywhere at Fox, HLN. I was just on HLN this past Wednesday. Got on the plane Thursday morning to do a Law and Crime, and I actually had Dr. Drew on the show today for Law and Crime. He was my special guest.
Wow.
So that was pretty awesome.
Okay.
All right,
Yeah.
tease that.
Yes.
We'll come back to that. Sound like you got a lot going on.
A little bit.
An encyclopedia up in here.
I know, right?
What's up, Mr. Tao? Me and
I'm-
Rob
I'm-
go way back.
I'm worried.
Hey, Rob.
I'm sitting next to somebody who's in law enforcement, and I'm counting the crimes I've committed this week. It's
I think
Friday
we've
already.
all committed something.
All right,
because,
I've done a lot of bad
I'm not
things.
saying anything.
I noticed you put your fingerprints there. I'll be checking those later, man.
I dipped them in some acid earlier. I hope I deformed them enough.
Yeah, exactly. I did.
DNA.
I do that every morning, so I can't be tracked. But then you got facial recognition, so I'm cooked no matter what.
Oh, yeah, and if you put your DNA out there for anything, you're already.
It's
cooked.
over.
It's over.
So Rob's a busy cat, too.
yeah, what are you doing, Rob?
I was locked in a room all day. I couldn't hear anything that anybody was talking about. I was in the green room at Fox. So they tried to reprogram me.
Shout out to Fox News.
Donald
Fox
Trump is
News.
great.
Green
He's
room.
wonderful. He's a
Hashtag
good
green
man.
room.
He's a great president.
Oh, my. Yeah, he's got to get through England. We'll come back to Rob. But what else you got going on, Rob?
Yeah,
You've been
what's
in
going on,
London. You've been
Rob?
in Paris. You've been
Wow.
I
you
did.
been
I
all
was
traveling?
I was in Paris, and I wrote an article about the maitre d' at the Ritz Hotel. It's called Breheads, NFL Fanatics in France, because he loves the NFL. He loves the Green Bay Packers. And I also then flew to Naples, Italy for 2 days to do a story on Herculaneum and Pompeii.
Okay.
And it's an interesting story, an interesting city, because Naples has about 70% unemployment. And
What?
It's kind of a scary place just to walk around
Naples?
in. Naples, Italy is like New York City was in 1972.
So what do people do all day? Nothing.
Right.
They kind of wander the streets and look for like American tourists to rob, like me.
So- So since we're talking
It's like a law
shit,
enforcement here, yeah.
since we're talking shit, when I hear Italy and Naples, I think of the mob, like Tony Soprano. Like,
Well,
what do you mean 70%
it actually, the
unemployment?
secondary story is it's really mobbed up, and what the mob has taken all kinds of bad chemical waste and they're dumping it on the outskirts of Italy, that's, or, on the outskirts of Naples, and that's supposedly what's going on. I didn't want to write an article about that because I wanted to be able to make it home safely without ending up in that landfill.
Not-
Yeah,
exactly.
You don't
know,
want to end up in the trunk somewhere.
Rob sent me a picture. We're going to get you to Dave. Don't go to sleep now.
I'm all good.
We caught up with Dave, had dinner. He might be ready to go to sleep.
Might be
We're
ready.
talking
Might be
margarita.
ready. That margarita hit him.
I'm doing good.
But you sent me a picture. You were in a private plane earlier this week. week? What's
Oh,
up with
yeah,
that?
Wait.
What?
You were on the private plane
Well,
chilling?
yeah, you know, I'm not rich, but I have rich friends.
Okay, there
That's-
you go.
You know,
I need to know too.
I'm the poor relation, but that's the key thing. It's easier actually to know rich people than it is to be rich. because
Right.
You don't have to work as hard, and you don't have to have that stress and strain. Like, how's the stock
Hashtag
market
tag
doing?
along.
Yeah, exactly.
Hashtag tag along.
It's sweet flying private.
Fake it till you make it.
All right, Mr. Federal Prosecutor, USA.
Federal
this,
Prosecutor.
blah, blah, blah.
Woo!
Tell us a good story, a true one. Thank you, Mr. Katz.
Wait. First of all, you got to introduce
Well,
yourself.
I'm David Katz, and I was a federal prosecutor in Los Angeles, head of fraud prosecutions. Now I'm a criminal defense attorney. Come over to the other side, and it's been much more interesting over on this side. And been doing a lot of television, different things about the Mueller investigation, the Michael Cohen fiasco, and all of the Supreme Court cases.
Wow.
All right,
I've
so-
never really met a federal prosecutor before. So this is my first time.
Well, that's because
Well,
you've
you
never
wanna-
been in trouble federally.
I was going to
That's
say,
why.
you want to meet them. You want to meet them on your show, and not because you've gotten a search
Exactly.
warrant executed,
Or
or
my,
you've gotten a
my
subpoena, or
fingerprints or
your
anything like
fingerprints,
that.
your handwriting. You don't want any of that, and you don't want your DNA nowadays.
No.
either.
I think
With
you and
them.
I met when I was in witness protection.
Woodsack. So Dave,
On my
you
second
told-
time.
you told us an amazing story earlier about somebody we all know at this table, a guy named Johnny Cochran.
Oh.
Share that with everybody.
Ah, that was a good story.
Well, one of my earliest trials was against Johnny Cochran, and he had he was representing a fellow who brought some cocaine into LAX, Los Angeles Airport.
Don't start getting nervous. Dude.
Wait a minute. He had the white girl. That's what they call it. That's what they call it.
The white horse.
And because I'm telling the story, you know I won.
Yes, exactly.
White lady, we call it.
But he wanted to put on the defense that if the shoes don't fit, you must acquit.
Oh,
And
no.
a federal judge told him 3 years before OJ, you are not putting on that defense in my courtroom. But the idea was that it couldn't have been his cocaine because all the shoes and other clothing fit the co-defendant. They didn't fit him.
Wow.
Johnny did a very nice job. And
Who
when he
knew
started
Johnny
pitching-
was a rapper, right?
And when he started pitching to the jury, even though the guy had run in the airport, I said, I'm going down. There's no way this guy's getting convicted. He put on a very nice presentation.
Wow.
And this is about 5 years before OJ. And we
Wow.
became friends after that. And so I was just telling him the story. He's a great man. He really was a great example.
Oh.
A great example to people, to young people, middle-aged people, every people. He was just really a great attorney.
You sound like you're a great attorney too. So what's
I have a winning record.
Yes,
as a
that's
criminal
what I was gonna
defense
ask. Yes,
attorney.
a
That's all
winning
good.
Record. Can I have your card, please? Just in case,
Absolutely.
just in
I
case.
brought enough. I
Just
brought
in
enough to
case.
go around.
Okay,
I need
cool.
your card too. Just
Well,
stay
all right,
safe.
well,
Just
let's just
in
take a
case.
quick slide since we into the legal world. I mean, your girl Stormy was picked up, and as soon as I heard it, I thought it was BS.
Well, first of all, we didn't prosecute any obscenity cases. We had Ed Meese. He was just back. If you saw the other night when they picked Kavanaugh, Ed Meese was back, but he was the attorney general under Reagan. I was an assistant U.S. attorney under Reagan. They wanted to spend all of our time, instead of going after scammers and real criminals, going after people for obscenity. In other words, for making these pornos in the valley, in the San Fernando Valley in Los Angeles. So we declined to do any of that, but Meese kept railing at us to do those kinds of cases.
Wow.
When you said obscenities, I thought you were going to arrest us for saying shit people are talking
Exactly. I was going to say the same thing. I was going to say the same thing.
No.
I would have been arrested a long time ago.
Yeah, that's our hashtag. That's how we roll.
All right.
Hashtag somebody else came up with it. Don't prosecute me.
What do y'all
So-
think about Papa John?
Ooh,
Wow.
that
Papa
came up
John.
today. That
Papa
was kinda
John.
tough. Well,
Everybody's looking at me.
But you know what, though? Seriously, like, I still love the pizza, Papa John's, right? And
I
I
don't
think
like the
back
pizza.
to, who was it? Paula Deen.
Yeah.
Paula Deen,
Paula Deen,
you know,
yeah.
a few years ago. She actually bounced back from that, surprisingly. You know, and a lot of people, even Steve Harvey, came out and supported her for what she had said. I mean, I'm not, giving any excuses to that, especially
Roseanne?
when you're no.
Okay, so
definitely not.
Roseanne?
I mean, Roseanne's trying to say she was on Ambien, and that's why she did it, right? Like, I mean,
And Ambien came
come
back
on.
and said
No,
and no.
right.
Now we just had that. We just had that on Law and Crime today. We just had that a fellow who's trying to put on the defense that he was on Ambien when he committed a double
Yeah,
murder.
He shot his wife and her best friend.
It's a big case in Florida
Yeah.
right now. It's
Yeah,
on
yeah.
What part of
trial.
Florida is that?
We're gonna have to bring Carissa in because she ain't
Yeah.
got
So yeah, But he shot his wife.
Come on over.
Go on over there.
He shot his wife 9 times.
There you go.
Make the camera
Yeah.
look good. Come on now.
Share the mic.
Share
Come
the
on over
mic.
there.
Share the mic.
mic.
Share the mic.
Welcome to
Everybody.
the
This
Do
is
like the
Carissa
Temptation. Share the mic. Share the mic.
Krantz, right?
Krista Krantz.
Krista Krantz.
podium.
Host
Grants,
on Long Crime.
David Katz.
Are y'all
David Katz,
married?
and we're talking about the same.
Are y'all married?
We have a different last name.
I was just sound the same to me.
If we are, my wife
Hey.
doesn't know about it.
But you do
Are you
make a
family?
cute couple. I'm just saying,
Exactly.
right?
All right.
That Katz and
Cats and Krantz.
Cats and Krantz.
Yeah.
Okay.
Salino and Barnes, Katz and
They're
Krantz,
cousins.
injury
They're cousins.
attorneys.
Yeah,
They're
they gotta be
cousins.
cousins.
There we go.
Cousins.
we
There you
could
go.
be a
probably
law
have
firm,
the
but she'd
Jewish
have to go
gene.
first. She'd have to go first. So that would be Cass and Krantz.
Krantz and Cats. I'm
Now you
first.
got me confused.
Oh yeah. So we gotta talk about
All
that.
right,
Two
so
lawyers are going to
Florida,
argue
John.
about billing.
Oh,
Yeah,
the Florida-
exactly.
Let's go back. The Florida thing. Yeah. What's going on with the
Yeah,
Florida?
that's like the thing I
Sorry.
could talk about. I hosted the show this week, so that was my trial that they're continuing this week.
Okay.
All right.
Well, tell us about it. What's going on?
Hit us with the hot stuff.
Yeah.
I'm from Florida, so it's a death penalty case, and it's
Oh.
a case where a husband went completely crazy when he had an injunction order put against him, and then decided before burning his wife's clothes out in the yard. And then he went crazy and started harassing her, and she was ignoring his calls. So then he showed up at the house and gunned down her and her best friend. But two
Oh,
people
yeah, I
escaped.
did
It's
hear
a
about
death
that.
penalty case out of Florida. And Vincent, I guess, was hosting today. Is
Yeah.
that right? So
Yeah, that's
he
right.
has the update, which the other day we were on together,
Yeah,
and
we
he
were.
had an
I
update
had
on
an
another
update, yeah,
case.
the,
So it's
the
actually
trial in
fun.
Georgia.
Hey, this is kind of cool.
It's
Twice in one week.
That's right. That's right. So,
Yeah.
TV buddies.
yeah. So.
Well, we were together on Nancy Grace like 3 years
yeah,
ago.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
now, and then we haven't been together really since.
Right.
And now twice in 1 week we're together.
Yeah, that's
Wow.
right.
And he's here for my update every time.
So, yeah.
So what's today's update, Vincent?
So today the Emmy actually testified about the wounds that the wife Amanda suffered. She was shot 9 times, and most of those were defensive wounds. And the Emmy actually said had she
9
survived,
times?
yeah, 9 times.
Was
one
she 50 Cent?
one to the top of the head, right? Right.
Oh, wow.
One to the top of the head. Had she survived, of course, she would have been paralyzed. But one of the other intended targets, and I don't know how I feel about this as a man, was her boyfriend that she was seeing at the time that was in the house and that ran out of the garage. He's like, oh, he's calling for me. I'm out of here. And he ran, well, we're talking shit. He ran like a little bitch, in my opinion.
Oh, my.
He ran out of the house, right? And he left her in there to die. But
He
you know,
didn't
we don't-
protect her.
He didn't
Punked
protect her at
ass.
all.
He
He
was-
punked
he
out.
punked
He punked
out.
out, basically.
Exactly.
Right.
It
So,
happens.
Yeah.
Death
So-
penalty case, huh?
We
What-
wanna,
Yeah.
Can you hold that thought? Because we're getting ready to wrap up
Hold
for
that
a
thought.
second and come
and
right back.
Tease
Hold
with
the thought.
Clooney.
What?
What about Clooney?
He had a little traffic
Yeah, we want to
accident.
tease.
Oh,
Clooney
you
coming back.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you should.
Oh, oh, yeah. Knees scraped, palms too. Every inch of me is covered in a bruise. Hurts like hell. Eyes black, blood blue. I could let go now, but I can't and I don't want to. I won't lie, it's a battle of the mind. Almost looked for an escape from this agony I'm feeling inside. Feel so damaged that I might break. I realize this is my life. I can't quit, won't hesitate. Snatch a thorn right out my side. Fell down 7 times, stood up 8. Cause if I stay down, then I'm giving them what they want. What they want. Yeah, if I stay down, then I'm giving them what they want. Can't be giving them what they want. Won't be giving them what they want. Grease down, hair tight, brass knuckles on, cause it's about to be a fight. Hold my purse, don't be surprised, cause the tables have turned and now you realize I ain't tempted by the offer to surrender. Are you done yet? The answer is never. Know how to float, so I'll never go under. Just might sting you, so run for cover. Mama show ain't raised no quitter, so with all that pain I felt, I was down, but I got back up. And people let their envy get in the way. 'Cause misery loves company, and they just want you to stay. But if you stay down, then you're giving them what they want. Who cares about what they want? You can't stay down, because that's not what you want. Because that's not what you want. Hey, yes, if I stay down, giving them what they want. Can be, oh, yes, if I stay down, then you're giving them what they want. You're giving them what they want, what they want. Hey, stay down, what they want, what they want. If I stay down, what they giving them what they want, what they want, what they want.
Hey, hey, hey.
Oh, we're back.
Yes, we are. We ready to rock and roll. Are you with us? Are you working?
I was trying. Yeah, I'm working.
What you was working on
He's
doing
out
the
here
break
posting
dance, right?
that
Exactly, I
on
wanna do that
social
dance.
media.
We're gonna
Exactly.
have T do the dance, but before we get there, it's your boy Jay Jones always on talking.
And this is Tonya.
There you are, plugging yourself.
Everybody good? So
Good,
Rob,
man.
we're gonna
Yes.
start with you. Let's hit us.
Okay.
What happened to Clooney? And then Vince, you're gonna jump in, and then Carissa.
Vince
you got
knows a
something
lot
to say?
more about it than I do, but I just know that George Clooney, who's been in motorcycle accidents before, was in Sardinia, where he is doing a mini series that maybe for Netflix. On
Yeah, I think it's
the
Netflix.
Hulu.
Catch 22 or Hulu.
yeah,
and he's
exactly.
directing and writing and producing and carrying the whole weight of the project on his back. So what idiotic thing does he do? But he gets on a motor scooter.
Speaking of
You're a
his back,
billionaire,
that's right.
George. Get a Maybach and a driver. Come on.
Did you
Was
see
he
the
at
video?
fault?
And he went over the front.
The driver was at fault of the other
But
car.
the other
Wait,
one?
wait, you gotta
So
watch the
wait.
video. Did
You're
you see
still
the
riding
video?
a
Oh, yeah, I
scooter,
saw the
though.
video.
Okay,
Hang
so
on.
it looked like the one guy that was on the moped before him
Oh, God.
moved
he was
to the
really
side.
hauling butt.
Yeah, he moved to the side though, out of the
Right.
car. That car was parked. It looked like it was stopped.
Well,
so how come
it
George
stopped.
Clooney hit it?
It stopped
I-
because he saw the other guy.
I don't
It
believe.
sounds like someone needs to hire my law firm
So-
since we do injury law.
Good plug.
I've
the name of
fallen
the
and I
law
can't
firm?
get out.
Cranston Ben's
That's
Law,
right.
866-529-1114.
That's
And
right. Plug it, plug it,
529
plug.
spells
Good.
lost. That's
Good plug.
866-LAW
so happy.
You're in front
1114.
of the mic, and you know you're in the
Injury.
video.
Oh,
Do you have a
yes.
theme song too? Like
No, we don't have a
Selena and
jingle.
Barnes? Okay.
One with Selena and Bob.
Seriously, this sounds like.
Injury attorney,
Okay, listen.
800,
When there's an
888.
accident, when there's an accident, you want the perfect storm of factors, right? You want 1, deep pockets; 2, you want clear liability; and 3, you want injury. So here you have deep pockets. You have George Clooney. Hopefully, you'd actually want, if he was at fault, you'd want to represent the person that was suing George.
Yeah, but the driver was at fault.
I
of
don't
the car.
believe the driver.
I
So,
don't
hopefully-
think so either.
He was
think
blind.
George-
But now,
Justice.
check it. Now,
George
his
was
speed,
at fault.
his speed
George
was
was at
definitely
fault.
at fault because even investigators said speed was a factor, but even the driver said, I couldn't see because of the sun and I veered out of my lane. So that driver, when you take that into consideration, he was at fault. Whether George was speeding or not, he veered out of his lane.
George went
that's
straight
the law.
for it.
He went
He
straight
went straight in for it. The
because
other
he
guy
could-
veered away.
He couldn't stop.
Well,
He
that's
couldn't
why
stop.
He
it's
would've
gonna
stopped.
come down to comparative negligence, and guilt is going to be apportioned based on how negligence one of the parties were. There's a whole formula for that, and then the jury gets to decide.
It's really frightening when it's easier to understand a doctor than an attorney. I don't know
Well,
what
there's
you're saying, but it sounds very impressive.
Usually, there's not just one. He's at fault or she's at fault, unless it's a rear end and it's clear liability.
Right.
But when it's this person's speeding and this person veered in front, and then it's liability is disputed, and not one party could be fully at fault, and then payment comes out accordingly.
George Clooney looked
George-
like he was at
look,
fault.
Mental anguish.
George could hit my car. I'm just going to say, I need $12 million on it. $12 million.
Hey,
we
yeah,
I'm
we
with you.
can take care of it right now.
I'll represent you if
That's
that
right.
happens.
all right. I'll
I hope you don't get defense. I think I'll get cats.
All right, so
Hey, that's criminal.
Okay.
We're talking civil.
Speaking of civil, what's up with Thailand?
yes.
Oh Lord! How about you?
Nobody knows.
What are we talking about? The kids
Thai
in
kids,
Thailand? They're out of the cave.
They're out of the cave. But it was great. And as soon as they got out of the caves,
They're probably going back not to school but to a factory to make Nike sneakers.
The views expressed
I'll be
here.
on Canal Street getting my purse.
I'll do anything for a joke, but it may be true.
On your own.
Yeah.
Wow. But yes, I am thankful. I'm sure the whole world.
For the Nikes or the Adidas?
Actually, the fake purses that are on Canal Street. That's what I'm thankful. No,
Hey, I got on some classic K-Swiss, but I think
well,
we're
I love
all.
K-Swiss.
Yeah. I think we're all thankful that they're out. 'Cause,
Out, yeah,
I mean,
definitely.
they were in there for a while.
What,
a
18
couple
days?
weeks, yeah. And
19 days?
as a parent myself, I'd be pissed at that coach. Like, why are you taking my kids into this
But
damn cave?
it's probably
with
something they
flood
do-
water and everything else. Dude.
Probably something they do all the time, though.
Yeah, but
You know
he's
what
an
I'm saying?
adult. He's the adult. I can understand if it was just a few kids going in there and they got trapped, but it's the adult. But one thing I don't understand, since we're talking shit, they couldn't get these kids out of this damn cave.
People are talking.
Shit, people are talking about.
That's why I always
Did you share
Hashtag.
I always took my
How did
kids
these
to a
kids
bar.
Get stuck in this cave. They couldn't get them out, but we got cameras in there. They're writing letters to their parents. I'm like, what is this, fake news? Like, you got all these cameras in here. You're writing letters. Like, what in the world is going on?
They couldn't swim. That's what it was. They could.
That's
They
one
cannot
thing.
swim. That's why they were stuck. When they got in there, they went there, go look around and all the good stuff. The water came in. It was
The water
over.
came
get
in.
in
I
the
mean,
water.
a
You
Navy
can't
SEAL
swim.
died.
Yeah, true.
A Navy SEAL did die.
You're right.
Navy SEAL died. That's why it makes such
right,
a
so-
miracle. And a movie, and a
But
film, and a
Congrats
book.
to the kids that are home. Hopefully, the parents can hug their kids because they're all stuck in a room, in the hospital room, making sure they're okay and everything. But congrats to that. Thank God they are home. Moving on.
Moving on. Drake. I've been waiting for this for a long time. Which one of you guys are gonna bust a move?
I don't know how to do the dance. Did you see the dance?
I
yet?
saw the dance,
I
but
saw
I don't know how
it
to
too.
do
Let me
it.
see if I
It's
can
hot.
pull it
It's
up.
all over social media. It's
all
hot
I
right
could do
now.
the sea walk.
You can do the sea walk.
Yeah, you know, if you're
What's that?
blood or if you're a Crip and you bust a cap and kill somebody, you got to do a
You
dance.
do the Crip walk.
So I know how to do it. Actually,
Rob,
if you
you
want to
stood
know,
up and did the Crip walk
Okay.
right now, dude, I'm buying you 10 rounds of drinks.
I do it.
I
gotta
do
tell
it.
you a story.
Cocktail.
My ex-wife's gonna kill me, but when my son is a really good dancer, and I hope he's not listening because he's about 27 now. When he was 5, I showed him video, and he learned how to do the sea walk. And he used to put my black down jacket on in the lobby of my building and do the sea walk. And the doormen were crying.
I can see his son right now at 5 years old. What up, blood?
What up?
The wife is gonna kill you. For sure.
You know, those guys that do this, and the Crips are good dancers. They don't have to be killing people the way they can move.
I don't know. I like that footwork.
That's what I mean. They can bust
Whatever.
a cap.
I better
and then
not do
the
that. I might
dance.
get shot.
You gotta
Yeah,
swish it.
exactly.
You gotta swish it to the, swish it.
Oh, look at
Swish
you!
it. Drive it. Drive it.
He's doing
Hard
people
it,
you
hard
kill.
it,
Hard it.
swish
Okay.
Swish it.
Yeah, he said the
swish
heart
it.
and then drive it. That's what it is.
that's what it is.
It's heart and everything, and then you drive, and then you whatever.
Yeah.
That's too much.
I like
That's
it
like
though.
texting and driving. That's too much for me.
It's a lot of
All
that
right.
stuff. Well,
We get-
what's coming up next?
I don't know what's coming up.
Oh,
next.
Lord. You know what's coming up next?
Uh,
My boy, Kevin Hart versus Mike Epps.
Oh yes.
Stupid
That's
funny.
gonna be funny.
Stupid funny.
We'll be right back.
True that.
Are they beefing right now?
Baby girl, don't try. Put my feelings to the side. Man, I just wanna cry, man, I really wanna go. But it's not my time. Process is on my mind, do you really fuck with me? Cause I really fuck with you. Gotta focus, gotta grind, feel I need my mind out. Yeah. Baby girl, don't try. Put my feelings to the side. Man, I just wanna cry, man, I really wanna go. But it's not my time. Process is on my mind, do you really fuck with me? Cause I really fuck with you. Gotta focus, gotta grind, feel I need my mind out. Yeah. I know you gotta go through trials and struggles to get to where you wanna go. And there be haters who hate on you 24/7, show love when they see you on road. Head on the swivel, bear with us since little, can't believe I'm 20, yeah, man, I know. Independent since 16, I know. Nigga had big dreams, I stopped dreaming, now I'm living dreams. But God first in everything. Looking back, I came a long way. And shout out the niggas who paved the way. And shout out the niggas who stayed true. And fuck all the niggas who turned fool. Dedicated, man, I pushed through. I was dedicated, man, I pushed through. Baby girl, don't try. I'm finish to the side. I just wanna cry, man, I really wanna go. But it's not my time. Process is on my mind, do you really fuck with me? Cause I really fuck with you. Gotta focus, gotta grind, feel I need my mind out, yeah. Baby girl, don't try. I'ma finish to the side. Man, I just wanna cry, man, I really wanna go. But it's not my time. Process is on my mind, do you really fuck with me? I really fuck with you. Gotta focus, gotta grind, feel I need my mind out. Go time. Gotta focus, gotta grind, feel I need my mind out. Yeah. Gotta grind, feel I need my mind out, yeah.
Yes, girl, you're looking good as you wine. Yes, girl, you're looking good as you wine. Yes, girl, you're looking good as you wine. Yes, girl, you're looking. Wine up, girl. You're looking good as you wine. Wine up, yes, girl. You're looking good as you wine. Yes, girl, you're looking good as you wine. Wine up, yes, girl. You're looking.
I've been hustling all day on the block making money. Put in that work like them bees make them honey. Them see me fresh, them heart beat like a drummer. Them think me hot like West Indian summer. I wanna go where the music is fire. Stars go pop and the clouds go higher. End of the day, every boss needs to play. So me give them a taste and me wind up me waist.
Yes, girl, you're looking good as you wine.
Wind up,
Yes, girl, you're looking good as you wine. Yes, girl, you're looking good as you wine.
Wind up.
Yes, girl,
Wind up.
you're looking.
Wind up.
Looks good to me. Looks good to me.
So I want to give a shout out first to all some good friends of mine. Okay, I'll let you have your moment. Go ahead, baby.
Go
ahead, baby. Go ahead.
All right,
Shout out to my Purple family. Love for one another. I'm a big Prince fan. So I want to dedicate this little bit of time to my friends who helped me get some things together. Ursula, my girl, the cat diva. I love her. And Anthony and all my Purple friends and my Purple family. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
What about Barney?
Barney? No.
He's purple. With your purple family?
No,
Grim
just
is
Prince,
purple
baby,
too,
just
right?
Prince.
That's true.
Well, you should use first and last name, and so we can next time recognize it. You said like Little Tony. That's
No,
like
Anthony Torres. Anthony Torres. He gives us a Prince radio show like every day.
I'm a huge Prince.
I'm a.
fan.
I mean, so
You appreciate
it gives me
that.
life. Like I'm at work, and he does these. He DJs
Really?
all the music every day. All not every day, but most of the time live on Periscope.
Really?
Periscope. DJ Chuck 94. Check him out.
right.
So, anyways, yeah. So I'm at work and I'm stressed or whatever, and he'll bring these Prince songs on
I'm
here.
all about the remixes.
Oh yes,
All right,
yes.
just so you know, I'm
See?
all about the remixes.
Prince,
Uh-oh.
Purple
Whoa,
Love.
What's
There's
happening
some
with
babies
that voice
out there
over
right
here?
now because of
I'm
Prince.
just
I'm
saying.
serious.
That's right. Prince is my man. But thank you, Purple family. Love you all.
Thank you. Mad love to the Purple family.
Yes.
Mad love.
All right. So back to Drake. He was trying.
I was trying.
When I see you next, I'm gonna have that dance down. Okay.
Oh.
Oh, here we go again. Every time we get on the show, his phone be ringing off with his peeps and everything. I don't know. It's not 12 o'clock, Jay. Okay.
Are you saying it's a BC? Are you saying it's a BC?
BC.
Okay, now.
No, that's in the 1 o'clock hour.
That's the 1 o'clock.
1 o'clock.
Oh, so they moved it up
Oh,
now.
yeah.
Oh, so 12 o'clock.
Yeah,
It's 1 o'clock in the morning for you.
right.
Okay.
Great.
All right.
All right, so let's get back to it. Hey, it's your boy Jay Jones. We got Mike, Tonya D in the house.
You forgot about me already?
Of course not. Boom, we go back.
Oh my God.
How deep we go?
Oh my God, like 20-something years. He started. Look, this is my mentor. Seriously, he's my mentor. He started me.
Oh, shit.
Don't cry. Don't
All right,
cry.
babe.
Don't cry. He
We gonna-
started me in the business. Not up here in New York.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a native New Yorker.
Yeah, he brought me up here. He used to bring me on the Geraldo shows.
Representing.
He'd be like, Tonya, I need the story. Get it. And that's what. And I get it. And they
Get
fly
it.
me up.
Boots the ground.
And now I'm here.
All right. So Drake played, but check it out. We got our boy Mike. Mike, give us the whole skinny on you.
Oh yes.
Mike Sargent. I'm a film critic. I'm a radio host, TV personality. I do PBS. I do Fox News. I have 2 radio shows on WBAI. I do a late night show called Night Shift. I do a film review show called Real World, and I'm launching a music show this Thursday. Sorry about it. Thursday at 10 a.m. on WBAI.
Is that why you sound so sexy?
Well, you know.
He's got his
Very white going
The name of
on.
my the name of my new music show is called Damn Good Music.
Oh.
And the idea is that I play music that every genre.
Uh-huh.
It's just got to be damn good. Anything that takes you somewhere.
So I can't talk about butt and stuff like that and
Well, if
shaking
it's good,
and twerking.
if it's
and-
good, if it's
Nah.
good.
That's not good music.
That's not good music?
No.
Well,
nah.
That's a whole
Jodeci's
different
good.
flow.
Oh, Jodeci. I love Jodeci.
See how she is right now?
Oh,
Jodeci's good music.
Yes, baby.
Yeah, but remember,
yes.
Jay started her.
See, that's right.
Oh,
Jay.
He still has that voice.
Hey, that voice is good. I gotta get a shout out to Rob Taub.
Exactly.
Who put us in touch with you.
Oh, well.
Thanks a million, Rob. That was a good hit.
So anyway,
so what's up with
yeah.
RBG?
Well, if you haven't seen RBG, RBG stands for Ruth Bader Ginsburg, and she's an amazing woman. She's amazing in the things she's done in her lifetime in terms of rights for women. It's just so much. You just have to see the film, and for it to come out now during the quote unquote Me Too movement.
Yeah.
You know, we're living in very ironic times. We're in the times where things are more racist and sexist than they've ever been. We have, a certain kind of individual in office, but this is the most intolerant of intolerance times, and it's all because of groundwork that was laid by people like Ruth Bader Ginsburg. So I have to say, seeing this film is essential. It's essential because I'm a unique person in that I consider myself to be a feminist. But I learned about feminism. I was working on a science fiction story. I'm a filmmaker too.
Yeah.
And I was, looking into feminism. I had this character, and as I started reading, I realized that feminism and sexism and racism are pretty close cousins.
Right.
It's the same thing. It's all about a society telling you what you are and you aren't. And when you look at what Ruth has done, it's inspiring for any person that is facing injustice. So I highly recommend.
So
that's,
give me
that's
a little
my endorsement.
Give me a little bit what it's about.
Well, it's about her life. She's a Supreme Court justice. She was one of the first in the country. She went to school at a time where she couldn't get hired in law firms because she was a woman.
Right.
She went to Harvard when she was one of 9. Okay, so that's just early on in the late 50s,
Right.
and now she's pretty much the person that's changed how we deal with the military and gender, the workplace and gender, the Lilly Ledbetter law. I mean, there's so many laws that she pioneered and helped create. Not to mention the fact that it's kind of weird. You could take for granted the things that we have today, but she's 85. She's still here. Wow. She's a force of nature. That's all I have to say.
Wow.
She's a force of nature.
And watch this.
Well, it's because it'll inspire you to realize what she was up against and what she achieved. Unreal. That's all I can say.
And Katz, you know her?
I actually met her. She interviewed me to be her law clerk. Unfortunately, I didn't get it, but she was teaching at Columbia University Law School at the time. And I met her, and she made an amazing impression on me, and I've been a huge fan of hers ever since. And she was a real pioneer. And, of course, now she's 85.
Yeah.
She's on the Supreme Court. And the Supreme Court, could go 5-4, starkly conservative. but she'd be one of the 4 liberals, and it's frightening to
Absolutely.
think that she's now 85 years old. I wish her only the best of health
I wish her
and
the best
great
of health, too.
longevity, and this is a person that the country really needs to keep serving.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
That's a beautiful thing. That's
Absolutely.
beautiful.
All right, we're getting the rap sign. That was fast,
Oh.
but when we come back,
Yeah.
Tom Cruise,
Tom Cruise.
Mission
I
Impossible.
can talk about it. I can talk about it.
And a little bit of Whitney?
It's that movie. We talk about a little bit of Whitney, of course.
Okay.
There's that voice again.
Wind up, wind up, wind up,
Baby girl, don't try. Put my feelings to the side. Man, I just wanna cry, man, I really wanna go. But it's not my time. Process is on my mind, do you really fuck with me? Cause I really fuck with you. Gotta focus, gotta grind, feel I need my mind out. Yeah. Baby girl, don't try. Put my feelings to the side. Man, I just wanna cry, man, I really wanna go. But it's not my time. Process is on my mind, do you really fuck with me? Cause I really fuck with you. Gotta focus, gotta grind, feel I need my mind out. Yeah. I know you gotta go through trials and struggles to get to where you wanna go. And every haters who hate on you 24/7 show love when they see you on road. Head on the swivel, been with it since little, can't believe I'm 20, yeah man, I know. Ain't been since 16, I know. Nigga had big dreams, I stopped dreaming, now I'm living dreams. But
Hey,
God
we're
first
back.
gained everything.
Hello.
Looking back,
excited.
Are you really?
You know what happened? One of my boys was on CBS tonight. I forgot DJ. What's the name? Judge Alex.
Oh, Judge. Oh.
And he was almost going to come on today.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we're going back and forth.
Come to the show.
I'm gonna try to work that out. But
Anyways, welcome back to shit people are talking about.
okay now.
With T.
And Jay,
There you go.
your boy.
I just want to give a shout out to my boy Josh out there in California. Gave me a couple of songs, some artists in here. Denia, Drewski is what you were just hearing just a second ago. Caitlin Nichols, Anaya Hart, and what's that wind up? Oh yeah, Denia. But thank you very much. We love your music.
We love the beats.
I love the beats.
We can't keep
Jamming.
the rhythm.
All right.
All right, we were talking about Cruise. We're running out of time.
Oh my God, is it really that time?
It goes fast. We got a nickel. We got a nickel back.
All right, go on. Let's Tom Cruise.
All right. Here's what I gotta say. First of all, Mission Impossible. The first film I thought was pretty bad. Thought it was a mess.
Which one? One.
Mission Impossible
I
1.
agree.
It was a mess. It was a mess. And the wrong director. Everything was wrong. Second
Well,
film.
I liked it because it was in Prague, and I
Yeah.
came back from Prague. But
I was in Rome.
You know, we'll agree to disagree.
Okay.
Second film was definitely better. John Woo started to get it, but by the third film, J.J. Abrams, he got it. All Mission Impossible has to be is cool spy shit. If you got cool spy shit, a good spy story, I'm in.
Like
I'm all
007?
in. And he's just getting better and better. And I have to say, of summer movies and what you're looking for a summer movie, it's a good spy movie, good action, great stunts, cool spy shit. Go see it. It's probably the best summer movie.
No way. I mean, I'm a Cruise
I'm telling
fan.
you. All right, if you're a Cruise fan, then you know he's always trying to push himself.
Right.
Is he
He's gonna
doing a
work
lot
with
of
the
this?
best. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
He
There's
even,
stunts.
he even
doing
like
all
broke
this
his
stuff.
leg.
He broke his leg,
yeah,
right?
he even
Yeah.
broke his leg doing
That
this.
shot where he broke his leg is still in the film, and
I
you
think
watch
it
it,
is.
you
In the
like you
film.
wince because you know. But trust me, it's absolutely.
I like action movies.
If you like action movies, you're gonna like it. If you
I
like
like
spy
007.
movies,
Yeah, 007 stuff.
And
yeah,
I think
spy
what's,
stuff,
what's
yeah.
cool about
Yes.
this one is
What about the opening? How hot is it?
Oh, listen.
Oh.
Okay, old school. There's a mission at the beginning. Like you're like, what's going on? What's going on? Oh,
'Cause his
that's all I'm
openings
gonna
are
say.
kinda hot.
Yeah.
They're very hot. It's
Yeah.
it's what you remember back from the '60s and
Yeah.
you know the James Bond movies where he's finishing a mission before the new mission. So you got one of those
I
things
mean,
happening.
And what's
And the
cool
music?
too is the guy that plays Superman is in this.
Yeah,
Oh,
what's
is
his
he
name?
he's
really?
Yeah.
perfect. And you know
Yeah,
what?
he's perfect
Let me
for
tell you
that
something
role,
else.
man.
Okay, I don't want to give away anything in the plot, but you know they get the younger, better-looking agent, taller. You know, Tom Cruise is short. He's in his 50s. You get Superman,
Got Superman.
with a mustache, and he's gonna play another agent who's a little better than you, and maybe he's a bad guy too. And so you're with it. You're just you're all in.
Cool
in.
clothes, cool bikes,
Cool, everything, cool stunts. There's stunts and it's interesting. The audience knows when they're watching Tom Cruise risk his life on film. You see them kind of reacting, not for the character, but for Tom Cruise. Like, wow, why is he still doing this? You kind of there's that moment in the film when you watch it. So
That's kind of
but
dope.
you look like you were going to say something. Are you a Tom Cruise fan? Okay.
That's why I was laughing.
There it is. Okay, is that why you were laughing? Okay. So
Tom
that
Cruise.
yeah,
Summer movies.
summer movies,
I'm
Mission Impossible.
going to make sure I check that one out.
Definitely.
Oh yeah, I'm all
See
about
it.
that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Friday night, opening night.
Yeah.
Where you want to go next? Woman?
We're dumping Netflix and we're going to the movies.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, that was a shift.
Yeah.
Are you boycotting with
Yeah, yeah,
Monique? Is
yeah.
that what you're doing?
Exactly. Well, what about this woman who called the cops? Did we talk about that already?
Which one? Which one?
It's been
Wednesdays, Thursdays, or Fridays?
Yeah, it's been some. You see DL on the View today?
Was he? I didn't see. Was he?
Yeah, DL be saying some stuff.
What'd he say?
We're gonna get into DL next week.
Oh, okay.
DL is like the only problem with African Americans is the minds of white people. It was heavy. It was all over social
Wow.
media. It's kind of
DL, come to the show.
DL.
I seen you a couple of times when I come to your radio station, so you got to come to the show, DL.
So really quick, I know we got to bounce. We got
Yes.
just a few minutes left. We're getting the signal.
I'm tired. I'm not ready to go.
I'm not ready to go.
All right,
either.
go ahead.
But who's on a funny tip coming out of the movies? We got Hart and Epps having this
Oh.
feud. Although it's kind of corny and kind of over, but come on,
They're too old for that stuff.
come on.
Okay? Do you know what the beef is
Too
about?
old and too short.
Too old.
but, I don't know.
Are we,
Where's the beef?
Are we saying Hart's not funny?
Well, there.
Depends on if you saw his
think,
concert film.
I think in the stand-up game, hands down, he's probably one of the funniest guys out there.
Did you see the
But
last
his-
stand-up movie?
What's it called? What now or whatever?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
what? It should have been called Whatever.
I think his older stuff, because he was hungry. He was
Yeah.
trying to get there.
Yeah.
He was hungry
Yeah.
back in 2009,
Right.
2010. Now he's making these $1 million movies with Dwayne Johnson and everyone
Right.
else.
Oh, we
But
didn't
he's
even
still-
talk about
He
Skyscraper.
can, he doesn't
no,
have
we
to
didn't
be
get
as
to talk
funny.
about
But
Skyscraper.
we're gonna have to tease that because we got 1 minute left. Before we bounce, we're gonna let you do your last plug. Vince, go.
Hey, you can find me Instagram, Twitter at Vincent Hill TV. I keep it simple. That's both of them. My website, Vincent Hill TV. That's where you can find me.
Pass the baton, Mike.
I'm on Twitter, Instagram, Mike on screen. I'm on Facebook. You'll find me.
Chris. C Money.
I'm Carissa Kranz. I have my own law firm, injurylegalfirm.com. I'm a host on Law and Crime, and we care about all injured beings, not just humans. So that's why we also do vegan certification, and I'm the founder of BevEdge.
Nice.
And I'm David Katz, and I'm just at Katz and Associates, KATZNASSOC at AOL.com. Old school.
I'm Rob Taub. I'm not a lawyer, but I've played one on television. My website is robtaub, ROBTAUB.com. I'm on Twitter at robmtaub.com. Or just Rob M. Taub. Sorry. there's
And
no
this is
dot
your
com.
main
It's
man,
late.
Jay Jones, with his homegirl.
And I'm T-Day on shit.
People.
Talking about.
Right on.
I want to plug
Great
that
weekend.
Wait a minute, wait. I'm going to have a great weekend too. Everybody come out to Elizabeth, New Jersey for this house music
Well, hold on,
festival.
hold on. Will there be women there?
A lot.
Okay, I'll be
Okay. Magic Royal Productions is putting it on. Come out, 11 a.m. Thank you all.